And so this metaphor was coming through today to share about how this, if you're spinning out on this game show that life is, and it's time to choose, and I know that not knowing what is behind the door can be a little freaky, but what if what's behind the door is exactly what you've been working towards, dreaming about, visioning, ready to step into? And so I want to give people a few more minutes to pop on in case this is working. Hello, I do see a few people online, but give me a like or something that you can hear me. So is Facebook working okay for you guys? I guess I'm going to keep talking because I do have to go in a little bit, meeting my sister. But so here's what's happening. I see a lot of people spinning out right now. And, I posted yesterday, a lot of people related to how our entire system is getting an upgrade and old files are being deleted, and new life that stepping into. When the collective is shifting, we all have opportunity to tap into that. I'm really going to try to keep this language super grounded. So what's happening is that you may be spinning out because it's like things are being organized so that you can become into alignment with that experience, that relationship, that expression, that art, the more of who you really are, like that essence of you is like birthing through, and there's a little bit of chaos and this is where you need to choose where you're going to put your attention to. So as this spinning out is happening, what happens is that you grasp onto the familiar, you grasp onto what is known. So let's just even say it's like, if the thought of perhaps maybe losing a job or losing a relationship or something is about to shift there, right? So it's almost like what it does is, as uncomfortable as maybe some of it is, as like complete as maybe some of it is, the human part gets freaked out and wants to grasp onto what's known, as uncomfortable or as like not like, you don't like it, it's uncomfortable, it's, you pretty much know that it's not the best for you. But what happens is the mind gets involved and starts to create up all of the scenarios and starts to negotiate with you about why you should stay in this uncomfortable experience, why you should stay in this job, why you shouldn't take the leap and go outside the lines or follow your soul, follow that inspiration that's been coming through for you. So it negotiates to what is, because where your soul is guiding you is to these unknown spaces, you won't know the full picture. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. But so it's like you have these choices, right? It's like you're, behind, in your hand, what is what's happening right now. And as uncomfortable as it is, going into the unknown, making that choice, following something that you can't see but you can feel, and there's just this knowing and there's this intuition that you're ready to go that way. But what's in the way are all of these vulnerabilities, all of these stories that you told yourself, all of your projections of your own protection, to almost put responsibility for you not choosing where your soul is guiding you on someone else, something else, some other experience, some belief. And so the spinning out is happening is because your soul, you're being guided to take this other path, to take this leap, to go into the direction of, something that's been stirring inside of your heart. And there's a lot of unknowns in this way. And then, so why it's all chaotic is because the grander part of you is guiding you in this other direction, right? And you're not listening because you're hanging on to what is known. You're holding on to what is familiar, as uncomfortable and maybe as even as unwanted, right? But the unknown. And so the way that this was coming through around, hi Alyssa, nice to see you. The way this was coming around was about like this game show. And here's what I want to say is, all right, you've got the known, right? So it's like, let's make a deal. You've got this known, all right? You know what this purple ball is, right? And it's got some colors on it, and maybe purple's your favorite color. But this ball doesn't feel in alignment anymore. You've grown, your consciousness has expanded. Where your soul is leading you is beyond where this purple ball is. But you know how to manage it, you know how to be with it, you know how to all of the ins and outs about this ball, which is representing an experience, a job, a relationship, a home. But behind door number 2 is this thing. You really can't see it. You're not sure. It's not exactly, you don't know what the full outcome of it is. Will it be in alignment? But it's bigger and maybe it is better. Here's the thing. When you're making choices that are taking you beyond your comfort zone, the leap is going to be uncomfortable, but you will know, you will feel it comes from this level of self-trust. And it is about letting go of some of this old. The other, right, so what do? How do you choose? You listen to yourself. You pay attention to how you feel. You take a look. Am I holding on to this out of fear, out of lack, out of limitation? When I feel into this other opportunity, this other path, this where I feel you're being, you feel you're being totally guided, what does it feel like? And that's the thing. You are the medicine. It's like you have what is within you. But I will tell you that this is like super key that was coming through, is that the trick of this whole life's game show is the universe has brought you this. Everything that you've wanted, everything that you've been visioning about, everything that you've deeply wanted for yourself is under this curtain. It's like sitting here waiting for you to choose it. But I know it's freaking scary. I know that it's unknown, can't see it, not sure what the next step is, can't see the full picture. But what do you know is that this is what you've been dreaming, feeling into within your heart and really desire. And it may not look like what your mind might think your life would look like, the new relationship would look like, leaping into a new business, sharing more of your art, allowing more of yourself to be seen. Who knows what will happen if you do that, right? Well, the universe brought it to you. So your soul is leading you. You're not going to go wrong. And that's like the biggest leap is that what happens is that people, because they know the security here, it's like they want to just stay here. So I'll see people, and this is what we're doing inside You Are the Medicine group, is that so many people are hopping into this space. They're owning it. They're claiming it. They're taking the leap. There's this awesome support that's happening inside of there. We're, in the one-on-one pieces, the bonuses that are available, I'm supporting people and clearing the energy and actually creating the new vision for them to totally lock into their being, into their consciousness, so that reality becomes in alignment and the path through is easy without struggle, right? Because it is as challenging as some of this is. It's like it just really just becomes too hard to try to hang out here anymore. And as scary it is to leap over here, it's what you've wanted. You've called it forth, and then you come to discover. Dun, dun, dun. You take the leap and you're like, oh my God, that was so magical and amazing. Why did I wait so long? So stop waiting so long. listen to yourself, trust yourself, and and if if any of the mind stuff is coming up, if you're feeling energetically you need some support, come into this medicine group, this You Are the Medicine group, because it really is about you understanding you, and you knowing how to tap into all of those pieces. And what we're moving into for August is this journey through the heart. And this journey through the heart, this channeling came through this morning, I shared on the group, where it's like the immense power that is inside of your heart, and how through these experiences we've put layers and walls up. And what happens is that as you're moving towards this space, right, because you're going, so you go, but then the walls come up, and the freak out happens, and then you go back here. So we're inside this medicine group, we're all ushering in, moving through all of those phases, and continuing to take the steps into where your intuition is leading you, where your soul is guiding you towards. And it's fun, and it's a celebration, and struggle, it does not have to be part of the equation. It doesn't. We're seeing how life brings us exactly what we need, and it's about understanding, all right, like how do I filter this through, and how do I want to say, like how do I become this thing, this experience that I know I am, and I know where I'm being led. So it's like the mind fuckery, the energetics, tapping into grander levels of consciousness, everything that is within you. You are the medicine. It's it's like understanding that integration of being the channel of consciousness, and how to use the innate energetic vibration and power that you have already within you to live your fullest experience. Because I'll tell you right now, as we're moving through into this amazing journey that we're all on, it's just going to become harder and harder to not allow your truest self to come through. And I want to help you with that. I want to support and guide and shine the light on what is already within you. I mean, the things that are happening inside that group already about taking chances, and they are all on fire, and there's the alignment happens, and then it's just flow. And it's just flow. They choose, they see what arises, make the energetic and inner adjustments, and then tap into flow. And you know what? It's like a continued process, because we've all built up some hearts, some walls around our hearts and our protection, right? And it's just not serving anymore. And so what happens is, as those walls come down, there's this level of vulnerability that happens. Any of the thoughts, the limited thoughts start, popping up, and it's time to, just really learn how to let it all go, and so much more about claiming this space, and how to really truly, I think one of my biggest gifts in this whole process of when I'm working with people is that really supporting them in claiming this for themselves. Because what happens is that when you open up to this other space, there's just a wall, a flood of energy and emotion comes through. And a lot of times what I find that people reverberate back to here, because the level of intensity that and energy and high vibration that becomes available. And that's where I see a lot of people spinning out, is that because there's this high vibe, this fast moving, this flow, this open-heartedness. If it happens too quickly, you definitely go back here, but it just can throw your whole system off. And this really is meant to be about flow and ease, and yeah, flow and ease, but you have to choose and you have to show up and you have to decide for yourself. It's like I can, provide the river and lead the horse on the walk, but I can't make anybody drink. And the space that I'm holding inside this group is just set and foundational of change and upward spiral, and not letting anybody get in their own way. No, no. And it's fun. And we're celebrating in there. So I'll put the link in a minute. Alyssa says, yes, this is very relevant for me right now. Falling into self-trust while releasing the old patterns. It's so much about self-trust, right? So much. And, that's where some of the heart stuff is that on the, through these life experiences of, betrayal or whatever happened, betrayal, abandonment, abuse, the walls and the protections that come up, there's also behind it are so many layers of, even like shame or guilt or even, and that's where self-trust can even break down when we have these experiences. Sometimes we make up these stories around, well, this wouldn't have happened if, I hadn't, blah, 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 if I hadn't listened to myself. And everything is, not, everything is for us. And if you can remember to learn and trust that, then you'll start to see what is being presented to you from a collective co-creation, right? God, the universe, your higher self bringing into you to support you and releasing those walls and energetic patterns that, prevent you from living the life that you're meant to. I'm not saying that in this process of evolution and growth and change, that things aren't hard. But it's happening because you can handle it. So anyway, life is a game show. Life's a game show. Stop spinning out and choose your door. Essentially it. If you're interested in coming into this group, learning about it, I'm going to put it in the comments. If you have any questions about whether or not you're a fit, send me a message. And and actually soon I'm going to be sharing this next level course coming out. It's going to launch soon, actually, because it's going to involve an in-person retreat in Connecticut, an overnight, and then there's going to be a week prior and then weeks after as far as the program. Right now, the title that came through, and we'll see as it continues to coagulate, is metamorphosis. And as I looked up all of the different parts of that word, it was just like, oh my God, this is exactly the intention of the group. I think I actually wrote down some of the words, some of the breakdown of metamorphosis, and it just could not have, because these programs come to me, and the ideas, come to me, and then my human part gets interested in, okay, well, what is it? Oop, my hair. So metamorphosis, a change of the form or nature of things or a person into a completely different one by natural or supernatural means. So this is what I'm talking about. This course is going to be for those that are ready to like really go next level. So meta meaning noting a story that consciously references upon its own subject, a consciously and playful self-referential story. And then morphosis is a sequence or manner of development or change in an organism or any of its parts, undergoes development, sorry. So essentially it's, it's almost as if like the August, what's coming through for the course inside the You Are the Medicine group, this journey through the heart, what we'll be like focusing on and really tapping into the depths of that power center and really learning how to tap into that space. It's almost like it's a precursor to what's going to be unfolding in September. So it's going to launch on the new moon. The overnight sacred ceremony is going to be on the fall equinox, and then will continue for a few weeks online inside a secret group with, you know, all kinds of support and you know, pre-support, ceremony, post-support, and then that'll end around the next new moon. So if this is tickling your fancy, either one of those groups, or if you know you want to know more about how you can do work with me, send me a message here and we'll chat. So I hope you enjoyed my little metaphor and my you know, bye bye bye, hello, bye 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 to this and hello to this. And because you know, if it's in your heart, it's totally possible. The only thing in the way are these like bullshit stories that we've told ourselves, or the you know, subliminal programming, and it's super exciting to be alive right now and part of this evolution. And I'm super pumped to be, you know, leading this group through all of the I don't know, fun, all of the games and all of the different prizes that are happening for everyone. So again, I'm going to put that link in the comments, and if you have any questions, message me, especially around you know, any way you want to work with me about the future group in September, or the group that's ongoing every month. All right, see you later.